Hey guys, good morning. So, makeup's done. I'm just about to spritz myself with perfume. And we are about to head out the front door because we are going to Blackpool. We're going to Blackpool Sea Life and Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So, the only thing I've got to do is brush my hair real quick and put it up, but that's the easy job. It's 5 to 7. A little bit earlier than we would naturally wake up, but it's fine. I have got makeup on because I look like a pale death ghost this morning. So I wanted to make sure that I looked semi-decent in all these pictures that we were going to get. How long it stays on thanks to the heat we're supposed to get is a whole separate story. Right, I'm going to do my hair and then I will probably see you guys at Blackpool because I will most likely film on my phone.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Sit down. Right? No, don't do that, please. No.
Today has been a partial success. We went to this place and he did 2 rides. One because everything else was basically closed, and when he finally did get his easy pass, the access pass, the first ride he went on, someone was rude to him about the fact that he's autistic and finds wearing normal shoes hard, so turned him away because he wasn't wearing shoes. And then when we came back the second time, said they were fine, which just bugged the shit out of me, quite frankly, and I'm not in the mood to deal with it. So I'm gonna email. I get the shoe thing, I get it's health and safety, but he wanders around in sort of like water shoes, things like that, with solid bases all the time, or like shoe slipper sock things. I honestly just feel like I wasted fuel and money today for something that he would have had a lot better time at Owen Towers. I've inserted the footage, what footage I got of today. It just didn't go as planned, and these things happen. We ended up leaving early because when we attempted to get chips and donuts from the seaside, like little man loves, either they were horrible or they didn't turn on the donut machine till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, this is quite possibly just our experience. It was just one of those days where everything was just cruddy. And I think there's, particularly with like the warm weather and things like that coming back, I think that is the case. But it doesn't change the fact that now little one has a sour taste in his mouth about it. And quite frankly, so do I. Nathan thought every time he went near a ride he was gonna get told he couldn't go on it, like he had with that other one, and this is not fair. You know, I get that he's different, I get that, but it's just, the whole thing is ridiculous, and it's hard, and it's just, it's whatever at this point. But yeah, me and Dad are gonna email them, see if there's anything. Hopefully, if we can get our money back, we will be able to do something else with him. And then we are going to take him to Skegness either next week or in a couple of weeks, right before he goes back to school. So, to be fair, little one didn't seem too bothered, other than obviously he felt like people were looking at him because he got turned away. He got a Tango Ice Blast yard thing and a couple of refills. And then he also got to do hooker duck, and he won himself a prize and all these things. So he was very happy with that, at least. And he got a souvenir of like a bubble machine, which was in the shape of a dinosaur, that I just forgot to show you. He got some water shoes and a little push along helicopter that has like a face on it, and the eyes open and close and its tongue shoots out. So he's very happy. It's the rest of us that feel slightly done. And we stopped on the way back and got a a Toby Carvery, because we haven't had one of those in ages, and the little pupster got to come in. That's the other thing, we've taken the pup to the beach a lot, and for some reason she wasn't allowed on the beach front. I don't know, but it's just a whole thing. It's honestly, the whole thing just wasn't our day, and I feel bad for Puppy, I feel bad for little man, because this was supposed to be like a really nice big experience, and it kind of got ruined. But just little things. I don't know how long this video is, so if it's short, I'm really sorry. But I don't want to ramble too much. Hopefully we can continue these summer holiday videos with a bit more happiness and gusto. So if you want to make sure to catch that, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you get notified every time that I upload. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so I know you like this content, and check out the summer playlist in the iCard and linked down below in the description box. While you are at the description box, check out all of my social medias around my face and again in that description box, and head down to the comments while you're down there and check out the question or comment I left. I like to leave one for you guys to reply to, so go ahead and check it out for me, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
The following Thursday.
So it's been like a week since I filmed anything on the Blackpool situation, and now I'm a little bit calmer about it. When I filmed that last clip you saw, it was the evening of, and I was really frustrated, and I didn't entirely know how to articulate what was going through my head. I don't think Blackpool's a bad place. I think the day we went, it was a cruddy day. I appreciate it's the summer holidays, all these things, but when little man went up to the ride that he got turned away with the shoes I had in hand, we were told they weren't okay, and then we came back with the same shoes and were told they were fine by the exact same woman. You don't understand autism, how that works, fine, okay? It's ignorant, particularly if you're working in a theme park for children, but fine, whatever. To do something like that was actually detrimental to little one, because it then ruined his experience with the rides. He wanted to go on other things, but was then conscious of the fact that he wasn't wearing normal shoes. Little man can wear normal shoes. It's not that he can't. The problem is he can only wear them for very short periods of time. So That is the reason we tend to have him in sort of those outdoor slipper socks that have the hard soles to them, water shoes, things like that, because they have a bit more stretch and so they're more comfortable for him. We've never had this problem anywhere else, ever. Everyone has been really nice about it. They've seen that they have proper soles to them, or he's been like, great, on you go. He's even been allowed on rides in just his socks, like normal, like grey school socks. So for this to happen really upset him, and because we then had to go back out the way we came in, people saw him. And it left him feeling self-conscious. Now, he did have a great time doing hooker duck and things like that, but that wasn't why we went. We went for the rides. We have emailed them yet to hear off them, so we'll see how that goes. But I just think it was ironic that this woman seemed to be okay with it the second time. Whether that be they were busy, so she just didn't want to deal with him, I don't know. Now, if she'd been honest and said, hey, can you come back in an hour? I'd have been like, great, cool. But she could have done that before we even got to the queue. You know what I mean? I would have happily taken him on something else, would have just said, it's too busy right now, we're going to queue up later. He would have been fine with that. But it was the fact he was turned away for something he can't control. It's a sensory thing for him. It just bugged me. We didn't get any photos, so I definitely need my money back for that, which was 25 odd quid. And that was also, if we're going to be honest, I did another video that you would have seen called I'm Struggling. That was sort of, I guess, the turning point, because I was struggling with the frustrations and the pressure of being little man's advocate all the time, and I have no problem with doing that, or my mum's or my dad, you know, that's my job. But I think that was really a tipping point for me, because I couldn't, the anger and frustration I felt, I couldn't articulate, and people there just weren't helpful. Now, I appreciate, as I said, this was the summer holidays. It is probably one of the worst times to go to these places. But considering we've been multiple times to multiple of these places, these attractions, and had superb customer service, super help, you know, people helping us get around, showing us around. Nathan's had a one-on-one tour with a manager at one of these sea lives. You know, was... to then get something so drastically different was kind of like a punch in the gut. Will we probably ever make the journey to go back? I don't know. At this moment in time, no, because I'm not willing to spend the money, take him up there for something like this to happen again. Will I say never ever? No, because I don't know. I may decide one day to take him off on the train or something. Great, but I don't think I will ever make the conscious effort to book something up there unless there's a deal or something, or if we're going to go see a friend, because I do have a couple of friends who live up there. So as for the donut thing, it just confused me, quite honestly, and I think it wasn't helped that I was getting hungry and things like that, so it bugged me more, and it happened after all this ride stuff. I think most people will kind of gather where we went. It was just a fail, and those fails happen. We have been to places like Meadowhall and stuff, but I forgot to film, so I can't show you those things. He is perfectly content. He is still playing with all those toys I told you about. He still loves his bubble machine. I need to get more bubble solution. Yeah, he's really happy, and that's what matters to me. And he did have a good time on the couple of things he got to do. We only went for the Nickelodeon land, which will certainly tell you where we were going. And it just didn't work out. These things happen, and that is okay. Did it frustrate me at the time? Yes. Was I... in the last clip, was I seeing it through a really frustrated point of view? 100%. And as a carer, anyone else out there who knows, when you are the only person in the extended family doing all this work, it can be really hard when you plan something like that and it falls apart, because it was supposed to be a really good day for not just my little one and me, but like my dad and my mom, who we don't get to go out and do these big things all the time. We don't plan them very often because the anxiety for me is intense. My dad finds a lot of the noises and stuff bearable for a certain amount of time, and he can do it, but after a while, particularly if he's having a hard day, or as we were experiencing hot weather, or we weren't getting the customer service that we know we can get, it really gets to him. And because of his brain injury, he finds communicating after a certain point of frustration impossible. And so it's a lot of hard work. And then, you know, my mom had the pupster and I didn't get everything out, and that was my fault, and so they were stuck in the heat. But I think what was worse for that is we drove the puppy 3 hours away from home, and she was only going because she loves the beach. She loves being near the sea and on the water and all these things, and a security guard kicked them off because dogs aren't allowed there, but yet there were other dogs on that particular stretch. So that really upset my mom, understandably. And she got frustrated, you know, and it was just a lot for her. And I just feel bad that my whole family was under stress when, quite frankly, we could have driven 90 minutes up the road to Skegness and had the best time in the world, where the puppy can go into the theme park. The puppy can go on the beach. You know, she's rarely off lead. She's never off lead on the beach. She's the sweetest little thing. She'll bark, but she never bites. She doesn't jump. You know, I feel like everyone lost out. So we are going to go and do a beach trip to Skegness, which I will film as much as I can, probably off my phone. But I just wanted to let you guys know that in a calmer state, I fully appreciate that this was most likely a one-off experience. Now, you guys may comment down below and be like, hell no, it's not. But this is just our one-off experience. This was one bad thing, one bad adventure that went wrong, compared to the several we've had, some that I just haven't filmed because I haven't seen the point. We're all doing better. Little one is aware that we're going to go to Alton Towers and do all those things. Obviously I'm going to go see family, so he's going to spend a couple of days chilling with mum, chilling and doing all that stuff, and then we're going to take him and we're going to go to the beach and do all those fun things. So hopefully we can take the sour beach trip that he had and make it a positive one at a different place. He does love Skegness. It's been a very long time since we went to Blackpool, and things had changed, and I think some of that is just the climate we're in right now. I completely skipped over the donut thing. As for the donut thing, it just confused me. Like, people want donuts from like 11 o'clock in the morning, so why they hadn't turned the donut machine on made no sense to me. Now it could have just been that store. We got unlucky, we went past that store, we were stopping in at that one. I probably should have bought donuts from in the amusement park, because there were places selling that, but I didn't because he normally gets them off the seafront, which is what he wanted to do. So it blew my mind. We've always had great seaside chips. We love seaside chips. The ones we just happened to get just weren't great that day, and I think 100% it probably was that day. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And sadly, you kind of have a hit and miss situation, I think, at those times. So I'm not saying everything at Blackpool's bad. It was just that day, everything that happened. I think it was a snowball effect of once one thing sort of happened, the more things kind of started to roll, and the more they rolled out of control, the more frustrated I got with it.